Well boys, looks like console wars are back on the menu. What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and in recent weeks we have gotten some monumental gaming news in the form of Microsoft purchasing Activision Blizzard. Now, that sent shockwaves through the gaming universe, but seemingly not to be outdone, Sony has fired a retaliatory shot across the bow with their own major purchase. That's right, Bungie has been acquired by Sony Interactive Entertainment and is now underneath the Blue Brand's umbrella. And oh boy, is it a sign that the console wars are heating up. For those who don't know, in an article put out earlier today by Bungie, we learned that Sony Interactive Entertainment has acquired the studio. This is a massive revelation that is sure to have some repercussions moving forward, but throughout that article we learned a bit about what exactly is happening here with Bungie. They are now a part of SIE, Sony Interactive Entertainment, but are mostly promising that things are going to be moving on as they have been thus far. If you happen to miss out on that article, no worries. I'll have a link to it down in the description box below, and I'll be showing a little bit of it here in the video. But essentially, Bungie talks a bit about their future in multimedia entertainment. As a matter of fact, that's one of the biggest things that they talk about with this incoming merger. They are going to be using this to expand Destiny, not just as a video gaming franchise, but as a multimedia franchise. They're looking to make expanded Destiny comics, expanded Destiny TV and film shows. And all of that is going to be done underneath the Sony umbrella. Now, if you're like me, you're more of a gamer and you care more about how this is going to be affecting Destiny as a gaming product moving forward. And thankfully, we got some reassuring questions and answers from Bungie in an FAQ section on one of the articles they put up today that answers the question of whether or not this is going to be affecting Destiny as a platform, or rather as a game available on multiple platforms right now. We're going to go through a few of them really quickly. So here's the first question. As a Destiny 2 player, does Bungie becoming part of PlayStation have any immediate impact on how I play and experience Destiny 2? And thankfully, the answer here is a methodical no. Our commitment to Destiny 2 as a multi-platform game with crossplay remains unchanged. We want you to play the Witch Queen on February 22nd, 2022 on the platform of your choice. So no, Destiny is still going to be available multi-platform. It's going to be on Xbox, it's going to be on PC, it's going to be on PlayStation. And they follow this up with a few questions, particularly about whether or not there's going to be some exclusive content moving forward. Will any announced seasons, events, packs, or expansions be changed or impacted by Bungie becoming a part of PlayStation? And thankfully, the answer here is also no. Bungie retains full creative independence for their games and their community, and their plans for the Light and Dark saga are unchanged all the way through the final shape in 2024. Although I do want to mention, it's interesting that they talk about that through 2024 with the final shape, what's supposed to be the last story expansion that has to do with the battle between the Light and the Dark in Destiny 2. After that, presumably, we're going to be getting Destiny 3 or whatever the franchise is going to become from there, whether it's going to become an MMO or like a live service thing, who knows. But I do notice that they don't talk about any exclusives or stuff after the final shape. So once we're finished with the Light and Dark saga, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some PlayStation exclusive stuff moving forward. And of course, that includes the Witch Queen. There's not going to be any PlayStation exclusive content on the Witch Queen, at least according to this FAQ. And all of that is really good to hear. I think one of the primary concerns for people when they heard about this acquisition was that, oh man, is Destiny going to become a Sony-only franchise? Well, no, and I don't think you have to worry about that sort of thing at all, not just with Destiny, but there were some people who were concerned about that being the case when it comes to Call of Duty and Activision Blizzard's offerings. No. Absolutely not. There's no way Destiny or Call of Duty are going to become exclusive to Microsoft's Xbox or Sony's PlayStation franchises. Why? These are multi-billion-dollar games, and they would absolutely be losing money if they limited gameplay of games like Destiny or Call of Duty to a single platform. Now, COD makes way more money being a multi-platform title, and now you can bet Sony is gonna leave Destiny alone when it comes to the multi-platform commitments, because they're gonna be getting a piece of that Microsoft pie anytime Destiny or Destiny-related content makes any sort of sale on Steam or on the Xbox Live Store, yeah, you can bet. You can absolutely bet Sony's getting a piece of that pie now, and it's going to be vice versa for COD sales on PlayStation platforms for Microsoft. So if you're somebody who was worried about that, these games were going to become console exclusive, absolutely not. There's way too much money to be made by having them available on every single platform. And thankfully, that's going to be the case here with Destiny as well. And while they say we're not going to be seeing any console exclusivity when it comes to stuff like exotics and seasonal content, you can absolutely bet that's probably going to be a thing down the road when they're finished with the Light and Dark saga in a few years. Now, in addition to these few articles that Bungie put out about this monumental news today, we also got another article from GamesIndustry.biz featuring some words from Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan about the Bungie acquisition. And it's fairly heartening moving forward. Essentially, they go on to state that they don't really want to interfere with Bungie's creative decisions moving forward. They're purchasing Bungie for a multitude of reasons because they have faith in the Destiny franchise, and one of the big things they say is because the Destiny community is absolutely massive. And while they're not going to limit that community to just being able to play the game on their console, they definitely wanted to get the entire IP of Destiny underneath the Sony umbrella. But for the most part, they're going to be leaving Bungie alone to create and maintain the game as they currently are. A sentiment that's echoed by Pete Parsons in the Bungie article itself. So hopefully we won't be seeing too many producer-pushed changes here with Sony, but there are some major benefits that's definitely going to be tied to this. There's some exciting stuff here with the Sony money, with Sony backing Bungie now. They even talk about this in their article that they put out today. They're going to be able to expand their team even further. They go on to talk about how they're looking to greatly expand the number of people working at Bungie so that they can improve the game and expand beyond the game. Again, they want to make Destiny TV shows and like Netflix series and all that kind of stuff. And while it might be kind of weird to think about a company with as many employees as Bungie, I think they got like 300 people over there, needing more people, I can see some definite benefits for this in terms of some of the dev teams working directly on the game. What I want to see from this, what I want to see with some of this Sony investor money coming in, if you're going to be expanding upon the talent that's working there, maybe we can get back to the days where we have not just a dedicated team working on raids and PvE stuff like we do right now, but we can get a dedicated team working on exclusively PvP content, more maps, better balance, more game modes on a more frequent schedule than what we're getting right now. That's something Destiny 2 has absolutely been missing for a long, long time. And so, if Bungie is serious about expanding their teams here, hopefully that's one of the first things that they push forward. And beyond that, we'll have to see exactly how Sony is going to handle this new relationship with Bungie. I know when it comes to this company, it's kind of funny to think that they went from being a dev house underneath the umbrella of Microsoft to getting away from them and getting away from Halo, and then being, basically produced by Activision Blizzard, which for good or for ill, brought them into the world of Destiny 2. Then they got away from Activision Blizzard gets bought by Microsoft, and then Bungie goes on to become a dev house underneath the Sony Interactive Entertainment umbrella, which of course they've had a long-standing relationship with for quite some time. It's just kind of funny to see them move from producer to producer like this after the big push to get away from that sort of relationship with Activision. And I know that there's a lot of people who are probably going to be concerned about that very thing. Like, what if we're going to get back to the same sort of situation that Bungie was in when it comes to Activision? But I do want to stress, while Activision was responsible for a lot of the woes that we faced when it came to Destiny as a franchise, a lot of the troubles we've had are definitely not to be laid solely at the feet of Activision. Bungie owns their fair share of the screw-ups when it comes to Destiny. I mean, there's still really no one else to blame for the launch state of Destiny 2. You guys remember all of the rants that I've gone on about how bad Destiny 2 was when it first launched, all the mistakes they made, all the curiously weird things that they left out that they had right in D1 that they threw out and started over with in D2. All the hard, amazing work that the live team and Christopher Barrett All of the work that they put in with stuff like Rise of Iron and the Age of Triumph, all the amazing quality of life changes that got thrown out the window and seemingly ignored by the main team working on Destiny 2, a lot of that lies squarely at the feet of Bungie and not so much Activision. So it's not really fair to blame Activision Blizzard for all the problems Destiny 2 has had. But of course, Bungie has seen some major improvements and Destiny 2 is in a much better state than it was at launch. I mean, the game is fantastic now, even with the things that we have to complain about. It's still in a pretty darn good state, quality of life and content-wise. And hopefully with this partnership with Sony moving forward, it's not going to move things too far away from that. I'm very happy we're not going to be getting bombarded with Sony exclusive stuff right off the bat. I do believe that's probably going to be coming in a couple of years though. But either way, this is some pretty insane gaming news. Definitely was not expecting this, though I do 100% believe that this is a response to Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. And of course, let's talk in real world terms. In the real world, of course, this deal was probably in the making for like weeks, if not months. They've probably been talking about this under the table for a while now. But if you don't think that this sudden announcement had anything to do with Microsoft acquiring Activision, well, let's just say I 100% believe that this surprise announcement is absolutely a response to the craziness that we learned about last week. And oh man, I can't wait to see what we learn next. Whether or not this is going to be a good thing for Bungie moving forward, we'll have yet to see. They've had a partnership with Sony for quite a while now, so hopefully things don't change too much, but we'll just have to find out. Either way, we are seeing some massive competition between these multi-billion-dollar companies trying to get your attention. And if there's one thing that always rings out true, it's that competition breeds growth. And I can't wait to see where this beanstalk leads. But alright Guardians, that's the news and those are my thoughts. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. I cannot wait to hear you guys' thoughts about Bungie being acquired by Sony Interactive Entertainment. This is major gaming news, so be sure to leave me your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. I'm out for now. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.